Time for the live. Do. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of Waving the Red Flag. Waving the red flag, talking all things toxic relationships, toxic family dynamics. I am your favorite self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock. And my co-host, producer, Miss Jessica, coming on.
Hello.
In today's episode, y'all, we're talking about the narcissist or the toxic person's new supply. That's one of the terms a lot of people hear nowadays, isn't it? New supply, new, fresh, shiny, new. Well, I know when everybody hears the word new, you think of better, but new doesn't always mean better. New just means new. You know what I mean? If I go to Goodwill and buy something, it's still new, right? It's still new to me, just like it's new to you. So everything that's new is not necessarily better. It could be, could be a little gently used, gently used supply. uh, but I know a lot of people ask questions about the new supply, y'all. We're going to cover that tonight. We have some good voicemails that are coming in. Um, have a lovely lady going to share her story about the new supply. We have a story time about new supply, y'all. I've had new supplies in my real life. Actually, the funny story about this is, y'all, my wife is actually the new supply in my in my life, which is crazy. I just thought about that. I was like, wait, damn. So that is true as well, y'all. But the new supply does not mean better. The new supply does not mean that you've been like downgraded in somebody else's life. I know people, when you hear the word new supply, you think of that you think that you got discarded. And I tell people the words that you use affect how you actually feel. So were you discarded or were you set free? One gives them the power and the other one empowers you. So being set free sounds a lot different than being discarded. Like discarded makes it sound like somebody like shot you in the trash can and said Kobe. Set free is just like you're the bird that you're the bird that gets to fly away and whatnot. So yeah, the first thing we're gonna do today.
I forgot something, Lee.
Oh, hit me.
Gotta make it official. Here we go.
Waving the red flag with your favorite self-aware narcissist, Lee Hammock.
I forgot to start the show.
Oh yeah, so well, waving the red flag, y'all. I got to talking, y'all. It's still a work in progress. Gently used progress, new progress. There you go. But seriously, y'all, thank y'all so much for being here, y'all. Like, comment, share. Any donations to the channel would we greatly appreciate it. To go towards helping the channel grow and things like that as well. Thank y'all so much for being here. Comment all like I'm trying. We'll try to keep up with the comments. Comments will be placed on the screen sometimes, y'all. We still comment right there. See, Pat Potter said set free. Now, like y'all, comments are placed on here randomly sometimes. So if you don't want your name popping up on the screen, you might not want to comment or go, log in a side profile or something like that. Something like that that helps you be free and whatnot. So the first thing we're gonna do right now, y'all, is story time. It's time for story time with Lee. Now sit back, get comfortable, and listen while I help make sense of your story. There you go. Yeah. Story time. This is the doozy right here, y'all. So right here with the story time, y'all, I'm going to preface this. A lot of y'all are going to have a very similar story to this because, like, I tell this to people all the time that, like, the person might be different, but a lot of times the traits are going to be very, very similar in the person that you're dealing with. Okay. So I dated a guy who was patient and kind. Aren't they all when you first meet them? Patience. You know what I mean? Aren't they all like the zen of the first date? I thought he was the one, but there's always a but, isn't it? There always seemed to be issues with his ex. All my exes are crazy. I act this way because my ex is a beep. I bleep myself. You know, all my exes are crazy. My ex is just like my ex just controls my life. Blah blah blah. So if somebody is talking about their ex consistently on a first date, second date, third date, whatever, when you get into a relationship with them, y'all, they're still hyper focused on them. That's not a good sign. That is literally a red flag. It's not a little, it's the big red flag. Um, so back to the story. He had me convinced that she was the source of all his pain and suffering. Y'all, he didn't say all his exes are crazy. He said my ex is the devil. Like literally the antichrist. Pain and suffering. That's like, that's something what people get sued for. Pain and suffering. Like, I'm suing for pain and suffering. Like ah Listen, y'all, listen to the words. Then he started acting really weird. He would blame it on just being busy with the kids. One night, upon research, who did I find on social media? Smiling and booed up like a Crest ad with the ex he claimed that he hated. Yep. So confused. Yep, him. Yep. Do you see? They do a lot of times narcissistic people, y'all, will literally rag on their exes, talk junk about their exes to make you distrust them, to make you not like them, to make you hate them. You like y'all. Sometimes imagine this: you get into a new relationship and you hate a person that you never met before because you feel like you met a good person that's patient and kind. Remember that? Patient and kind. I thought he was the one. She said that herself. So imagine you meet the one, but she got a few of these right here. A few of these just like, this is like a little red flag hat. Imagine you meet the one, but they got a red flag hat because their ex did something to them. Their ex tortured them. Their ex traumatized them. So you hate the ex like, oh, you perfect. You're so perfect for me, but your ex ruined you. So you hate the ex, right? That makes sense, though it doesn't. It literally makes sense that you hate the ex. Uh, so, but they do that so you distrust the ex, and if the ex happens to reach out to you, the new supply happens to reach out to you, you don't like. I mean, if the ex reaches out to you, you don't trust the ex because you hate them already, right? They're the source of all the pain and suffering, correct? Mm-mm-mm. Yep. So back to story, y'all. Yep. So confused. I asked, WTF was going on? He sat there in my face and denied months of "I love you" texts sent to me and nights at my place. Tried to say that those things happened way longer ago. If he even owned up to them at all. So in a situation like this, y'all, if you're presenting like the truth does not matter to a narcissistic person, y'all. Keep it hot. Keep it hot and ready like a Little Caesar's pizza, y'all. The truth does not matter to a narcissist. Like that man know he was selling. That man know he was clapping cheeks all at her house. That man know he was telling her "I love you." He knows that stuff, y'all. You know that stuff. You know you got you're not imagining your cheeks getting clapped by some stranger, right? You're not doing that you're talking to. So this man knew that. He didn't care because like in his mind, he probably thought that because she knew and she found out, he probably thought that she was recording him. So he was doing this plausible deniability. Like, who are you? He's trying to make it sound like you're crazy. In case you reach out to this other person, in case you reach out to my crazy ex, you got me on camera saying nothing. You got me on recorder saying nothing, denying all this love and stuff like that. So the truth does not matter, y'all. Take your evidence and go. Take your evidence and act on it. I'm not gonna say take your evidence and go, but take your evidence, whatever evidence you have, and act on it. I don't know what act on it means to you, but act on it. Sometimes that means leaving. Sometimes that means getting the plan together. Whatever acting on it means, y'all. Um, super frustrated. Back to the story, y'all. Super frustrated, arguing with the person who denies factual text and other receipts screenshotted from my phone and sent to his. Yep, you can fabricate screenshots, y'all. He flat out said I was crazy for even thinking he would want someone like me. Wow. So he legit told her, y'all, just like, you're not good enough for me. What, even though we done clap cheeks, even though we done did all this other stuff, what makes you think you're good enough for me? Listen to this right here, y'all. This is what we call the discard phase. Like this when you enter the devaluation and shifts into the discard. Because I'm telling you, in his mind, he's probably thinking that she is about to tell his partner or whoever this other person is in his life, his ex, his quote unquote ex. He in his mind, he's probably thinking that like, oh, she gonna tell on me. So let me go ahead and let me get ahead of it. So he's denying everything. What makes you think I would want somebody like you? Now look, now you fat, y'all. Now you ugly. Now your butt stink. Now your breath stink. Everything, you a horrible person. He flat out said I was crazy for even thinking he would want someone like me. Y'all listen, now when you think the ex is crazy, you become the crazy ex. I promise you. That's the transition. The transition is complete, right? The cycle is complete right there. The man even laughed in my face and mocked the sounds of my heartfelt frustration and sadness cries. So it sounded like she was like screeching or wailing, It was like she let out a wail. Yikes. But some narcissistic people will laugh at your pain, y'all. Guess who popped after all that happened, y'all? Guess who popped back up like a month later telling me to forget the past and just move forward with him.
Mm.
Yep. And guess what happened, y'all? What do you think? Put in the comment section what you think happened right there. He popped up a month
Clapping
later.
cheeks.
Guess what happened, y'all? A month later, after he told her to her face that she was horrible, what makes you think I will want you? I never said I love you. I never spent the night at your house. Guess what, y'all? Put in the comment section what y'all think happened after that point right there. You see what I'm saying? Yep. If you guess went back into the relationship dynamic, you will be correct. Anytime I brought up the terrible things yes, she did go back after all of that, y'all. Anytime I brought up the terrible things he said and did before, I was ruining the relationship. Y'all, if they say this type of shit to your face and you take them back, you are in his mind or her mind, whoever you're dealing with, they think that you are okay with whatever they have done to you. But like being realistic, but doesn't that make sense? He said, put the past in the past. Let's forget the past. Matter of fact, when I say put the past in the past, what do you think about there? In my mind, I imagine the Lion King or Rafiki said, and he bashed Simba in the head with the stick. and Simba's like, why'd you do that? He's like, it was in the past. What does it matter? This is Rafiki. Rafiki was a narcissist. But he hit him in the head with the stick. He told him, like, it's the past. Why does it matter? If you take them back, if you but seriously, if you take them back, they tell you forget about it. It's in the whatever happened is in the past. If you bring up the past, you are trying to ruin the relationship. Are you not? I know in your mind as a survivor, victim, thriver, whatever stage you're in, you don't think you're trying to ruin. Your goal is to not ruin the relationship. You want peace. You want answers. You want clarity. You want to know that you matter. You want a damn apology. But they don't feel like they need to because you took me back without it. You know what I mean? You took me back on the ground. You took me back on the grounds that you forgave me. That's what you took me back on. So if you take them back, y'all, they think that you're okay with whatever happened to you. They think you're okay. Like you accept it. So back to the story, y'all. He ended up discarding. So after that, it happened, y'all. He ended up discarding me for 3 old new supplies. So this is back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So let me count this up. So one time, that's 2. So 5 times. And coming back, he ended up discarding me for 3 old new supplies and coming back like nothing happened until I put my foot down and denied access. So it takes on average, y'all. I've read it takes on average 7 times for a victim of domestic violence or emotional violence, emotional distress, emotional manipulation, whatever, emotional abuse. It takes on average 7 times. So it took her about 5 or 6. You know what I'm saying? So that's right in line with it. You want to go beneath that. Y'all, we need to put the average down. If 7 times is the average, that means somebody could have left 13 times. It took them 13 times. It took somebody else 1 time. You add those together, that's 14. Divide by 2, that's 7. So you got 13 times. 13. 1. 1 and done. But when you deny access, y'all, they probably lose their damn minds. Each time he discarded me, he would say all the ways the new supply was better, prettier, and more successful. Yeah, just anything he could try to make me strongly dislike them and cause jealousy and self-doubt. That's what they want to do right there, y'all. They want to make you feel like you're not enough. They want to make you feel like you're not doing enough to keep them here. Like they want to make you feel like you lack something and they are seeking it out in someone else. But I'm going to tell you realistically, y'all, there's a lot when a narcissistic person is searching for a new supply, it has a lot less to do with you than you think. It has a lot less to do with you than you think it does. Like they are like narcissistic people internally are just unhappy people, y'all. You can make them happy for a short spurts of time, but sooner or later they're going to get bored and they're going to reach out and they're going to try to find somebody else. It is not your fault. You know what I mean? So try not to take it personally. But if they find out, they're going to search for new supplies. And if the new supply doesn't work out, if the door is still open, they're going to come knocking. They're definitely 100% going to come knocking and try to see if they can come back to you and ruin your life. And this is the thing: if they have left you before, they're going to continuously leave you again because they don't trust you. And I know that sounds silly, but they do not trust you, y'all. If they have left you before, it will leave you again. If they will left you before, they will leave you again because they don't trust you. I know you don't trust them, but they don't trust you because they know they have done something wrong to you. You know what I mean? They know it. So the longer you stay gone, the more you stay gone, the better it is for you. So the end.
Want to give a shout out. They are to yes.
Oh, faces by parents. Oh, hey, I know you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation to the channel. It was greatly appreciated. Seriously.
Yes, thank you. So we have our guest coming in. We have Chevy. And before I bring her in, I was going to just give a summary of her story. So uh, Chevy remembered her ex from high school. He was a twin, and they were known as the hot twins. Back in the day in high school. You know how that goes, Lee.
Me and my brother. I was a twin brother.
And then she ended up running into him after she had him in her mind. Actually, she was thinking about him a month before, and she ended up running into him about 25 plus years later on a boat cruise. And it's like a small boat, community boat cruising, that type of cruise. And he was there with a couple of friends, and hindsight, she starts thinking that he's probably out looking for a sugar mama. But she got caught in the crossfire of him on his hunt, and she was excited to see him because she had just been thinking about him. So they ended up um, talking, and then the relationship started to move pretty quickly. They were around each other all the time, always with each other. And she would even tell him her dreams that she was having at night. And he would say, "Hey, I have those same dreams. I had that same dream last night." Tell her things like that. Tell her, just really everything she ever wanted. She finally met the one. Um, the first time she saw his narcissistic rage was on a vacation. She took him for his birthday to a resort. And on the trip, they were having a good time. They ended up losing their luggage and had to stay an extra day to get their luggage. So she asked him if he would pay, for a room, and he said he couldn't, even though she had paid for the entire trip. So for that extra night, he wouldn't put any money in for that. So she ended up getting a deal and making it work. Well, then later on in the trip, she had heard that somebody she had passed away that she had valued, and she was talking about it, and he turned it on him and said, "Well, hey, my mother passed away, and it's my birthday," and kind of turned it into him and about his mother passing away, and just completely disregarded the fact that was upset about somebody that she cared about passing away. Um, he then got mad at her and said she was being negative and ruining his birthday, and to the point where he was going to get a flight um, back home, have his friend help him pay for a flight back home and leave the vacation. He ended up not doing it, but they ended up getting back home. Everything kind of went back to normal, except he started, the devaluation stage. He started to make her feel bad about herself, doing the belittling. She wasn't doing the things she enjoyed anymore, like going skating with her friends. He went with her one time to the skating, where she used to go skating with her friends to kind of spy and see what was going on there. Then started using that against her, talking to too many male friends. So it just went back and forth from the loving to belittling to this, the cycle, guilt tripping her about having male friends. And then about almost a year into the relationship, she had to do a training seminar for her job. And this is where I'm going to bring Chevy in and have her take over from here. So welcome, Chevy.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Let
much
me
for coming on.
if I missed anything, or if there's,
No, you pretty much summed it up very well.
there we go. So go ahead, take it from here.
So I ended up having to go to a training camp for a couple of weeks, and I was going to be gone for a couple of weeks. So I was trying to make sure that I at least saw him before I left. So he kind of like made up a story that he had to go to the outlet mall, and he would make sure that we saw each other before I was going to be gone away for 2 weeks. And it really didn't make any sense for him to go to the outlet mall, but I think that was like an excuse, and maybe that's where he was like seeing her or met her, or, you know, because the outlet mall kept just kind of coming up. Now that I think about it, like frequently he had got a new car and it was just like him, and said that his friend slash cousin Eric, oh, we going to the outlet mall to get some new stuff, you know. But I mean, okay, yeah, really. Anyway, so he texted me about like 8:30, 9 o'clock and said he was back. And why he was going to the mall, I was just like, oh, just, you know, kind of get me a gift or whatever. And I just said it to see if he was going to like try to make the effort to come by to see me before I left. So he ends up sending like this picture of this book with all these like incredible women and their story and their journey, like Michelle Obama, like, you know, so I can like journal, you know, for my training class. So I was like, okay, I never got the book, by the way, but anyway. So then I just was like, you know, I knew I had to pack, and I'm kind of the person, you know, I stay up and I'll pack, and my flight was pretty early. So it was just like, well, since you have to pack, I know I'm not going to see you. So, you know, I guess I'll, you know, talk to you while you're traveling. So in the midst of that, I can tell like the conversation was kind of like going like he was trying to break up with me. And I was just like, he was just like, well, I think you should cancel the trip for the week, because he was supposed to come for the first weekend. That was going to be our year anniversary. And I had rented a car, got a nice hotel on River Street in Savannah. It was going to be like, you know, in my mind, it's going to be really nice anniversary. So a couple of days prior to that, you know, it was a long week. Like the training was like 8 to 5, sometimes 7:45. It was a lot of work and hard lectures and stuff like that. When it was burning up hot, you know, whatever. I had to go to medical one day, you know, so it was really stressful. But, you know, I was doing my thing, trying to, you know, secure the bag, you know, working. And I, mind you, I have 2 other jobs on top of that. But this is the job that I see as a career. So I'm going to do all I can for this job. And I've been trying a year to get into, you know, this company. It's a federal job. So I was like, okay, so we talked one day till like 2 a.m, and I knew that I was going to be like so tired the next day. But, you know, again, he was saying he loved me. He couldn't wait to see me. And, you know, so I was pretty excited about his visit on the weekend. So Friday come, you know how everybody is like, we were about to go to a child hall or whatever, and unwind, so to speak. So after we went to dinner, you know, like in the meantime, he had called me, and I texted him that I would call him back because we were going to dinner, because it was a group of like 6 girls that, you know, that came to the training class with me. And well, including myself, it was 6. So afterwards we were like, okay, well, let's just, you know, get some drinks, or, you know, just hang out. You know, we wanted to relax. We had been studying, you know, I was the only one that didn't go anywhere all week. They had been going, you know, like doing a little party and stuff like that. But, you know, I'm like the oldest one in the group too. So I wasn't going nowhere. So anyway, I text him like maybe like around 2 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and told him like, you know, because I had fell asleep, you know, after, you know, I had, you know, got a little buzz. It was just like I crashed. So I texted him, was like, everything is okay, set up for you to come. And he texted me back. He was like, how come you didn't call me? And I was like, you don't know what was going on on my end. I'm not coming. And I was like, what? You're not coming? And so then I get, because I also work for the airline. So then he just cancels the ticket. And I get notification of that. And I was just like, okay. So now I'm looking real stupid, because my friends that over, they're like, yeah, you going on, you know, he coming, you know, I know you all excited or whatever. And I felt like, I can't believe, but they were all mad. Like, I can't believe he would do that to you. That's lame, you know, because it really was, you know, it didn't make any sense. It was BS. So then, you know, I just didn't say anything, because I had another week to get through. And
Yep.
we were going to get tested at the end of the week. So I was not trying to get my head or whatever, stuff like that.
Yes.
And so I was like, okay. So we ended up like everybody that, that pretty much that went, we were like doing things to kind of like bond that 2 weeks too. So we all get like, go to this tattoo parlor and we get tattoos to kind of like symbolize our trip. Like I got like a little airplane and, that says Chevy and, whatever. And, we ended up getting like puzzle pieces from the class, from one of our instructors. Some of the girls got like the puzzle piece with the number of our class on it. So it was really, symbolic of, our next journey with the job. And when I was there, like one of the owner of the parlor, he was just like, I had just like kind of met him because somebody else had did my tattoo the week before.
Yep.
He was like, what's going on? You had like this great personality, but I could tell that you like really sad. So I told him the story and he was just like, oh, it ain't over. It ain't over. And I was like, I don't know if I could go back because I had been taking him back. He had said he's sorry, crying. I mean, like, it was up and down roller coaster, whatever. We bonded over music. I mean, I got much music he sent me. I sent him. We would have music sessions. Now I got a whole bunch of stuff like that can blast him out. I got a whole bunch of songs I listen to now. That's just, like Heartless and,
Yeah.
Winner and, all those types of songs. But anyway,
I got us too. I got you.
Yeah, Taylor Swift songs, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, he was just like, try to get clarity. Ask him why he didn't come. So he texted me back. Communication.
So what are your thoughts, Lee, on that? By the way, that he decided not to come to this.
I mean, but just any
job to do. He had one job. The flight was taken care of. The car rented car was taken care of, and the hotel was taken care of. One job.
But what you just said, just one job to take care of, though. That's the controlling type. It sounds like you control every other part of it, every other aspect of it. You were in control of, and there's one part that he had control of by showing up or being there. He decided it's just like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna do it. And so, but that ruins your time because, like, when you've been telling your story, it just sounds like. But this happens all the time. Like when you get into relationship spaces, they end up being your biggest hater. They are your op. They don't want to see you succeed. Your success
he tried to make me late. He tried to make me late so many times, and this particular job I cannot be late for. It's like,
I mean, you said federal, so it sounds like you can get arrested if you showed up late.
Almost.
You late? Hands behind your back. You ain't just like, but they do hate on you though. I just feel like, and I saw a couple of comments pop up said that sleep deprivation is real because it absolutely is. They keep you up late at night even though you have something to do the next day. It's just super important. You know what I mean? That's super important. You're like, I gotta study for this test. I gotta election. You be trying to be the president. Election day is tomorrow. I gotta study. I gotta get up in the morning. Like, no. I love you. Go to sleep. So that happens though a lot though.
And a lot of times I wasn't getting like proper rest. But like I said, I had 3 jobs, so I needed to get rest and whatever. But I was working. I was going. We would see each other every day because he would make me feel guilty if I didn't send him the right text or the right emoji or the right greeting or the right, even when I started like saying, no, I got to be on time to work and I would leave and I would be like, see ya. He was like,
the right
we're
reading?
not going to do that.
Right reading, like zodiac reading?
No. The right, like kind of like emoji. The right greeting, like hello, good morning, beautiful. Like if I to do that, it was a problem. But like I'm not really into horoscopes, but my friend a friend of mine did call him a Sagittarius. And yes,
Sagittarius.
yes, not Sagittarius.
I gotta text my friend that one right there. I haven't heard that one. He's like all in the zodiac and astrology stuff. I gotta hit him up with that. Sagittarius. Sagittarius. I haven't heard that one yet. Oh, that's a good one. You might hear it if you hear it in the skit. You're coming up. You inspired it.
Once you got home from that.
Oh, so anyway, so once I got, home or whatever and stuff like that, because, like as it was going on, the ups and downs and the roller coaster of our relationship, it seemed like the ghosting, at first it would be like a day or two, then it became like a week, then it became 2 weeks, then it became like a month.
Yep.
So, I was, was standing I felt like I was standing my ground or whatever and stuff like that. I was just like, well, whatever you do, and even in the midst of the when I was gone away, he was like, yeah, you taught me so much. You taught me how to go places by myself. Like I went to Shakespeare on the Park. I went to this new restaurant. I'm doing okay. I know you're not here. I miss you, but yeah, I've been trying to, make the best of you not being here. Like he went there by himself. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyway, so I was back, and then I went to Jamaica with a friend of mine, and actually he was supposed to be the one that was supposed to go to Jamaica. We were supposed to go together, but he couldn't afford it. Well, he didn't tell me he couldn't afford it, but it never came up. He didn't end up going, so I just got a replacement. Mm-hmm. And so my friend, she was asking me about their relationship. And she was like, have you ever heard of narcissistic abuse? And I was like, no. And she was like, you sound like this is what you had experienced. And so she just gave me stuff to like look up. Hence how I found you. Hence how, I found, just different like doctors or whatever as well. And I was like, oh my goodness, I couldn't believe it. I mean, it was like scripted, everything he did. I couldn't make this stuff up. When I heard it, it was just like a light bulb went off. I was like, I have been abused.
Yep.
And, but to try to tell other people if they haven't experienced it, it's just like it's like any other bad relationship, and you just feeling salty that you got burned. No, that's not it.
No,
I mean,
you get burned. You get you get burned. It's like it's one of those what's that burn that's beneath the skin? You can't really see it. It's it's gonna bug me.
Yeah, burn under the skin, like
it's a burn that doesn't burn above your skin. It's like, but it's gonna bug me. I think it's might be from steam or something like that. Like a skull. It's something else. It happens beneath. So what?
3rd degree burn.
It's that, but it's something. It's
Deep
gonna bug
tissue.
me. So what? It's a deep tissue, but it's like something that goes below the skin. It'll pop. It'll come to me, y'all. As soon as we log off, it's going boop. That's what it was. Yeah.
So when she revealed that to me, I knew instantly, and then the mind goes back to everything, and yes, this, that. I started to correlate everything because, again, I work 3 jobs. I got to be up early. I just move. I take care of my mom. She's terminal. I got a lot of things going on, so it's just like I wasn't seeing a lot of the red flags. It was just going by, and again, I was love bombed and trauma bonded, whatever. I mean, he would be crying, all kind of stuff. So, anyway.
Tears, boy.
The tears. So, when we were coming back, I got a phone call from a person that he actually introduced me to. She has a restaurant, and she was like, hey, you still dating said person? And I was like, huh? She was like, yeah, he in here with somebody.
Oof. And
I was like, what? And she was like, yeah, some dusty chick or whatever. And her car got declined and all this. And he was mad and whatever. And I was just like, she was just like, he tried this car and this, that, the other. And I was like, yep. And she was just like, I knew that yellow mask ninja wasn't no good. She was just like, from the time I met you, I knew you was a good person. But
Yellow
I
mask.
knew,
Is he light
yeah, she
skinned?
called him, yeah. I have a type, by the way. But yes, she called him Yellow Mask. So,
Wait,
so I,
okay,
I'm
wait.
just joking. I'm
What
joking.
is yellow? What's yellow mask? For
you
No,
know,
it's
like
just
when a person wears a mask, his just has to be yellow because he's light skinned.
he's light skinned. Yeah.
okay.
You know,
So she calls him Yellow
probably got
Mask.
green. Yeah, does he have green? Does he have green eyes or some pretty
Yes,
eyes?
yes, 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 yes. He's beautiful. He is. He's beautiful. And so, anyway.
I just had to. You said yellow mask. I'm like, oh, he light skinned. There you go. That's enough red flags for you right there. I'm joking. I'm
I
joking,
did not
y'all.
want to be that type of person
No,
that be
I'm
like,
serious.
oh,
I'm seriously joking. I play. I
fine
play.
guys, our
Yeah.
players.
That's a red flag, y'all.
Okay. Okay, so like I said, she calls me up and said that. And then she was just like, then I talked to her a couple weeks later. And the way I met her and we connected is because, like I said, he introduced me to her.
Okay.
And then she was just like, yeah, I told her, I was like, well, if you ever, need a vacation from the restaurant or whatever and stuff like that, I can give you one of my buddy passes or whatever. And she was just like, cool or whatever. So we kind of like, bonded or whatever. So then she was just like, yeah, I often wondered about him. And I didn't really think that, like he was just straight up or even being straight up with you, is because like when he first started coming into the restaurant, it just felt off because he came in with an ex prior to, I didn't know or whatever. And she was just like, and then like a month later, he came in with you. But prior to that, he came in and was crying about his daughter and their failed relationship. Like he got 4 kids. Well, I hear he got 5, but he only claimed 4.
Oh,
but anyway, so yeah, she would say he was crying about that. Yeah, and it's sad because I hear the 5th one that he doesn't claim is disabled, which is really sad.
no.
Yeah.
I need a red sheet for that one. That's a red sheet.
Yeah. So when she said that, she was just like, yeah, I feel so bad. I don't really know what to say to you, but I know that you're a good person and I know that you don't need him. And so, that went on and, we still talk from time to time or whatever. So then as it was going on, like I said, I take care of my mom, and we had like back-to-back deaths, and I almost lost my mom, but she's here, like I said, but she does have an aortic tear which she can't have surgery or whatever. So it's just like if it gets any bigger, she could die. Mm-hmm. So anyway, so I take care of her. I go over there like 5 times a week or whatever, and he works for the city, so he puts her garbage can back every Tuesday. And because she's in pain, he supplied her with weed.
Oh.
So I was like, okay. So and so when it all like came to a head, I was just like, be careful. You got to stop talking to him.
So you say he supplied her with weed? Was this a side gig of his?
No, he's a weed head. He smokes weed.
Oh, he just smokes. Oh, I thought he was the.
Yeah, but he knows how to. He knows how to get it though. He knows how. From what she said, he knows how to get good stuff. I don't smoke, so I don't smoke cigarettes. I don't do any of that. And so yeah, but I mean,
just real quick for timeline. So a year later, the relationship ended because you found out, like, you found the new supply, and now you're still working with your mom. Your mom and him, they got close because of the situations going on now.
Yeah, it almost was like, I'm not gonna lie, the way, because my mother and I are close, we're really close, but because it was like I was always there with her, and I would just be going to her morning crying, whatever, he did this, and she would be like, it's not you, this, that, and the other, trying to work with it. Almost was like he was dating the both of us. So when it ended, she was crushed too. So when when
Yep.
I went over there, like the last time when I told her that she has to stop talking to him, the next time I came by, like, sometimes I would just go over there and I would just be so hurt. And she told me one of the times she was just like, well, I can't see you like this because this is emotionally draining for myself. She was
Oh,
just like, you can't be here and I can't watch you go through this. And I'm
this your
just
mom?
like, well,
This your
where's my
mama?
support? Yeah, this is my mother. I was at my mama. And I was just like, are you serious? And she was just like, as a matter of fact, you should have known this was gonna happen.
Oh, Jesus.
Um, this is kind of your fault. And I was like, what? And when I left that day, I was so hurt and devastated. I was just like, I said, I'm not coming back. I am not coming back. I need a break from you. So I did take like a week break from her.
Yeah.
And then that didn't, she my mom. I got to take care of her. So I was just like, she called me up and was just like, I'm sorry, can you take me to Walmart? I went right back, whatever, and took her to Walmart, whatever.
Yeah.
So this past week, Saturday, I went over there and I went to clock in, but I forgot my phone. So I grabbed her phone to clock in. And then I noticed like a text from him, but then I noticed her text and they were really flirty.
Your
And
mama?
when yes.
No, mama.
Red flag, mama.
Mom, did mama make it to Walmart that day?
No,
Did
well,
mama,
not that day.
mama might not have got her groceries that day if it was me.
No, not that day.
Yeah,
I
hey,
just
this is
I
planet this is
left
Planet Fitness. This is no judgment zone right here. We are not
and I
judging.
said, sent her a text that I called my cousin. I was just like, you're gonna have to, take over the Freedom Care and be my mother's aide because I can't do it right now. I have to remove myself. I text her and I said, I can't allow you to hurt me like this. And I was just like, I just feel like this is a mockery and you think I'm a joke. And I said, it's like a slap in the face of betrayal. And I said, you are letting him win. And I was just like, I just have to remove myself from this situation right here because, I blocked him. There's no contact with him. But it's just like, I feel like it's still contact because they are, communicating. And I just
Yeah.
can't believe, I just feel like she chose him who is not doing nothing and will not do nothing for her besides maybe give her weed and put her garbage can back. What is that? But I do
What is that?
everything for her.
That's a good question, though. What is that about? Because what
But
is
that was the way to get in, I
yeah,
don't know. My nephew can put her garbage. I can put her garbage. I put the garbage in the garbage can.
But
So it's
you see that space right there? That's your family.
right.
It's like
Oh, he isolated me.
they're supposed to do that. The family. I feel like your mom in that situation, they're supposed to do that type of stuff right there. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, garbage, mama. Okay, cool. Auntie, grandma, whatever it is in that space right there. But you got again, light skinned, green eyed man. They come in there and want to take your trash
Yep.
can out. That's different. It's
Yeah.
very different.
So I feel like she wanted his new supplies, and
The
I
mom
am
is the new
crushed.
supply.
I am
That
crushed.
is a plot twist that I did not suspect. That is a braided. Those are braided red flags right there. There's a red flag twist.
Mhm.
Like, not mama,
Yeah.
mama. Come on
Yeah,
now.
my mama. You lost your mama. I understand, but not my mom. And I would never. I didn't introduce people to my mother like that. I never did that. The last couple relationships that I've had, I was married for 22 years, and whatever. I got out of that. Was dating somebody else for a little while. And so I thought, this one, I was ready. He was mature. We're the same age.
Yep.
He said he wanted all the things that I wanted. I had no idea. I mean, no idea what I was messing with, what was happening to me. I still don't. And it's hard. I've been losing weight. I can't sleep. I can't eat. I can't. it's just affecting, and I'm trying to hold it together so but because again, I have these other two jobs that I have to do. And part of my jobs, the reason why I had my jobs was to take care of, help take care of my mom, do things for her. And I have a niece that's disabled. I lost my sister 5 years ago, and she left behind two kids. So it's like I have a lot on my plate. And for me to have this in the midst of it, is
So where are you, where's your relationship with your mother now? What's
oh well, that like I said, that was just this past Saturday when I
okay?
found out about the text. So and she hasn't even tried to contact me at all.
Mm.
Now, when you said Mama was blaming you, said this is kind of your fault. I kind of figured he was like a little bug in the ear. I just feel like I'm. All right, this is good. Your mom is already she's already single, correct?
What you say?
Your mom's already single, just correct. I'm just
Yeah,
curious.
yeah,
But so
yeah.
in this space, is he trying to mess with your mama? I would probably say no. But
No,
is he
I don't
trying
think
to
so.
use her to manipulate you with? Probably
Yeah,
yes. You know what I mean?
yes.
In that space right there, is your mom in this is your mom in this acceptable susceptible state to be manipulated? Yeah, she
Yes,
like
yeah, she's real vulnerable,
she's
lonely,
super
everything.
vulnerable. Yeah,
Yes.
but but always a but, right? Mama,
Mhm.
no, no, mama, no. I don't
Right,
care how. I don't care if he got the
right,
greenest forest. He got
right.
forest green eyes and the lightest of light skin.
Hmm.
You can't do that, mama.
He
No.
told me his ex-wife called him the devil. But I don't say that because that's too much power. He's a devil, but I
he
wouldn't say
he
he is the
he
devil. He can be a demon.
he's devil ish.
That's
Not
right.
not devilish. You know the word devilish? He's devil
Uh-huh.
dash ish. He's devil ish. You know, he's devil ish. he's he's a little bit darker than devilish because like he's flirting with your
Hmm.
mama, but that's so devious though because the people like that
Yeah.
people like that who are doing stuff like that they intend to hurt you. You know,
Right.
I'm not
Right.
saying he expected you to see those messages or anything like that, but you know what I mean I do think that he knew what he was doing. There's a lot of intent right there. There's a different
Hmm.
level of intention right there that is just absolutely just mind blowing. You know what I mean? It really really just is. And I know it's a tough situation for you to be in right now with your mama because like again, you hear me. That's why I asked you. I was like, no, I don't know if Mama got her Walmart order that day. Did she? Mama didn't get the groceries that day. Did she? Because I've been super angry. Because like my mama,
Nah, nah,
mama, what?
I know. Right. She didn't. She ain't no. We didn't know. Mm-mm.
Jersey's
Yeah,
got some good advice here.
you have to find a new weed man and tell him if your mama. Like my mama off limits.
She could get
Leave it in the
it there.
mailbox. Leave it in the mailbox with a
That's what
mask
he
on.
was doing. That's what he was doing.
But like again, he could have put the weed in the mailbox and had a ski mask on, but the green eyes are gonna
Right.
shine through.
Woo!
The sun hits green eyes differently. No, but seriously, I know that's super tough to deal with though, just in that space because like, it's your mama, and I did not see that twist coming. Like the mom,
Mm-mm.
he's using the mom, but like is the mom the new supply, partially new supply, yeah, but it's also a different level of triangulation right there. But he weaponized your mom against you. You mean because that's how
Yes.
he already said he was being isolating.
Right.
How do you isolate you even more? Get you to turn
Yeah.
against your mama. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
The closest person to me.
Yep. Yep. It's like cutting off your arm.
Hmm.
He went right for your arm.
Yeah.
Because when you start saying that stuff about her, like she said, it's kind of your fault. I was like, that's kind of like you ever seen a movie before, and you having a conversation. Like we in the audience, we in the theater watching the movie, and you see the two characters on the screen going back and forth,
Mm.
and then there's a revelation, and then like the camera zoom in on the person that's just realizing something. That's how it happened with your mom. He's like, it's kind of your fault. He's like, doom. It's some ominous music plays. Like, this is kind of your fault. Doom. And you look at her, you like, and you just know. It's like, yeah. And then like in the movie theater, like the backstory plays. We always see the backstory,
Mhm.
him dropping the weed off and coming and taking the trash out. You see the backstory in the movie theater. You see it right then and there. But it does get to that position. But like he sound like he does sound like he was one of your biggest haters because like even at the beginning when you said that you had just thought about him and then you seen him, it's kind of damn near a premonition. You just like, oh, I just thought
Yeah.
about it. I was just thinking about you. I ain't seen you in 25 years, and here you
Right.
are. He's like, here
Mm-hmm.
you are. You know, it just
Mm-hmm.
like it comes at you. Just in this space, like here I
I
am.
was
You know,
open too.
yeah, here I
He was the
am.
shark.
Green eyed and
Mm-hmm.
light skinned. Here I am. You know,
Yeah.
there you are. You see what I'm saying? It just gets into that space right there where you see him, but like they can weaponize that against you because like if you're having these dreams and then you're sharing the dreams first, of course he's gonna have the same dream. Like
Mm-hmm.
what you
Yeah.
Chevy? What did you dream about last night? I dreamed about this and that. He's like, really? That me too. You know,
Hmm. Like
did he?
we would be right next to each other, and I would be dreaming about him. I mean, dreaming about him, like good stuff, good dreams, like doing whatever, just in a happy relationship. And I would wake up, and it's just like, how am
Yeah.
I dreaming about you? And
It,
I'm
it,
right next to you, and he
it,
would say, "Oh, I was dreaming about you."
you,
Corny.
yeah, it sounds corny, but it sounds like
I know.
he might have clipped a piece of your hair and put it in a cauldron and stirred it up and put a hex on you. Cause that's right there, that's
Yeah,
different level
yeah,
right there. That's next level.
yeah. It
Yeah.
is because I do feel like because I was just love bomb, bam, 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 bam. I feel like it's like an obsession. Like I like crave him, and but I know, nah. But the kicker is that I know his secret.
Oh, or is the eyes not green? No, I'm joking. I'm
No,
gonna get off of that. No, like, Lee, you
his
don't need.
eyes like men.
No.
His
So what?
eyes prefer men.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah. He's
Oh,
hiding the fact. He's hiding the
oh,
fact that, yeah.
very well. There's an, the plot thickens even more.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodness, the plot thickens.
Everybody gay with him. My father gay. My best friend gay. He told me I was gay. I'm like, what?
He
I'm
said
not
he
gay.
said you were.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oh
They just throwing it around.
no.
He just throwing.
Yeah.
He's throwing
Mm-mm.
like he's throwing those boomerangs out there.
Yeah.
He's hitting everybody that come back to him. It's just
Yeah.
like no, that's
And
you
like you were saying, and like other people say, they tell on themselves.
all the time.
And now that I think about a lot of stuff, he was telling on himself.
Yes, absolutely. They do that all the time though. I say that just sucks though. I do hope you know the situation improves with your mom though. Hopefully,
I do
but
too.
you
I do
know, and
too.
it just just the older black folks. Their pride is just super big. So she probably won't reach out to you because their pride is just in their pride be
Yeah.
block their pride be a blocker. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Yeah.
no, I ain't apologizing. You my daughter. You know, it's just like
Hmm.
you gotta come to me.
Yeah.
So just be very wary on that right there.
Yeah.
I do hope that gets
Another one of
better.
my friends was like, yeah, she probably just real embarrassed. Or
Yeah,
and like you said, the pride.
that pride
But
and that shame take over and just won't
hmm
probably she probably just like damn.
yeah. But I gotta
Dang.
give it some space. I
Yeah,
do. I gotta.
take some time for yourself. Take some time for
Hmm.
yourself in this space. No, no. There's not confirmed. Unconfirmed. Unconfirmed that one. But yeah, take some time for yourself. Give yourself some space. I always tell people, give yourself some space and some grace. No, the space to heal and the grace to forgive yourself and forgive people around you. But forgiveness does not necessarily equate to reconciliation. You don't have to go back to them.
Hmm.
You don't have to go back into the space. You know,
Hmm.
it's just different though.
No.
Just take it. You know, but thank you so much for coming on here and just sharing your
Thank you
story.
for
You
having
had
me.
the
Thank you for having
plottiest of the plot twist of plot twists. I did not. I can say I've talked to thousands of people over the last few years. I've never heard about the mama coming into kept busting
me.
through the door like that,
Yeah,
Like the Kool
that's
Aid
why
man. Yeah.
I kept trying to contact Jess. I said she's not gonna believe this. I just gotta, not to be like, oh, my story is so juicy, but I am
No,
so my mom, my
it was
mother.
it was a little juicy though. It's like one of those little fruit snacks you bite into, a little squirty. It's just a little juice in there. It's got a little extra juice in it.
Hmm.
Definitely got my attention, Chevy.
And then yeah, I
Hmm.
got mine. I was like, wait, the mama? I see she threw us off. But you see, there was like anticlimactic. You just like he brought this girl into the club a few weeks before. And then it was like, oh, it's her. He's like, nah, my mama. I went through my mama's phone. I went through your mama's phone.
I was like,
Not mama phone, not the jitterbug, not the jitterbug. No, I'm joking.
Uh,
Um,
you
but
talking about
no,
somebody that wanted to rage? You know, when I see him rage, you talk about somebody who wanted to rage. Ooh.
uh,
Mm.
but
But
seriously,
woosah.
thank you for Woosah. This seriously, thank you for coming out here and sharing your story. Like for real.
Hmm.
Like I truly appreciate it. That was
Yeah, thank you, Lee.
I
Thank you,
haven't heard
Jeff.
that one before. Like you just yes, gushers. I haven't heard that before, but like so thank you so much for coming out here, y'all. Like not y'all, Chevy.
And keep us
Appreciate it.
updated. Send me an email. Let me know. Keep us updated.
Okay,
Goes on.
I
All right.
will. I
All right.
will.
Bye,
Thank
Chevy.
you.
Thank you. Y'all, the mama, the new I haven't heard that before. I'm like that, I am shook. It. Shook it.
Yeah, I think that was some good advice to maybe find another weed man when she wants to go back to reconcile and bring another, maybe get another, someone else to help her mother with those.
Yeah, there has to be something else right there in that space. Cause my mama, boy, that's just I no, I figured Mama didn't get her grocery delivered that day when she said that. I was like, yeah. My
Yeah.
mind automatically went to Mama. No, you go get him to get you some damn groceries. You know what I mean? Text him. You see, that's my mind went. Hey, text him. He bring you, he can drop the weed off and some groceries. You know what I mean? But
Wow. Well,
so
we got
seriously,
oh,
so,
sorry.
so thank y'all so much for tuning in, y'all. The next thing we have coming up, y'all, voicemail time, y'all. We have a voicemail number where people can send in their voicemail stories about the new supply or whoever. You can ask specific questions about this week's show, next week's show, whatnot. And we'll play the voicemail just like we have coming up. Thank y'all.
All right. Here's our first, let's see, new supply.
Hey, so my question is about supply. It appeared like when it was just me and it was just me and him, he would love bomb, love bomb, love bomb. But as soon as somebody else came along, he would wrap his almost whole world around the new person and treat me like total dog crap while sending me mixed signals. And it just seemed like no matter what I did, I always was the one that ended up getting treated like crap out of the bunch. So why is the most loyal one always the one that they treat like crap? Why don't they treat the most loyal one the best?
Oh, so yeah, if you are dealing with a narcissistic person, y'all, you can be the center of their universe, right? You can be the sun in their universe. If I'm Earth and I'm a narcissist, I revolve around you initially. Initially, I'm revolving around you. But guess what? Guess what else is in the universe, y'all? If I'm Earth and you're the sun, guess what else is out there? Other stars. There are bigger stars out there in the universe than have the bigger the star, the bigger the gravitational pull. So I'm getting pulled over here. But I'm still bound to you. I'm still gravitationally bound to you. I'm gonna treat you like crap. I can still see you. I'm still getting the heat and the warmth from you. But this big star over here looking, hey, it's looking kind of warm. So they're gonna go back and forth, y'all. Like, especially if you know that they have a new supply, a new person that's coming into the picture, and you allow them to come back into the picture, they're going to take full advantage of that situation. If I it's just like if I have a house in Reedsville, North Carolina, where I'm from, if I have a house in Little Reedsville, this house is, I love this house. I grew up in this house. But somebody offers me a bigger, better house under certain conditions, I'm gonna take that. I'm not gonna sell you. I'm not gonna sell this house. I'm not even gonna rent it out because this is my house. You see what I'm saying? You see, I'm gonna go over here and try to buy this new house, but I'm not gonna rent or lease out this old. I'm still the owner of this old house. I'm not gonna let you move on. I'm not gonna let anybody else take over you. But I'm gonna test other options. I'm gonna go try to see if there are other options out there. I'm gonna see if there's something better out there for me. Like y'all, when I say this, don't take offense to this, y'all, because it has way less to do with you. It One person is not enough for a narcissist, y'all, and that's just me being realistic. Like, you can't make that person happy for an extended period of time. You can try, you can overextend yourself. You can just get what they can tell you what they lack. They can tell you exactly what you like. Hey, look, you don't do this for me right here. And guess what? She does. And then guess what? You can start doing it. And then guess what? Like, you start doing exactly what she does. But guess what she did? She does more now. I need more from you. And then you start doing the same thing, y'all. You can never, ever make that person happy. You just can't. This being realistic, y'all. And the more times you let them come back, the worse it gets. They don't think, look, the more you hold this person down and let them come back, the less they want you. Let me keep it hot with y'all. The more you let them come back, the less they want you. Because now they don't have to hide anything from you. It's like, I can be myself and just be horrible to you, and you keep taking me back. The more you let them come back, the less they want you. So, thanks for that voicemail, y'all. But empower yourself. Power up.
Who's our next?
Hey Lee, I was recently in a relationship on and off with a narcissist for the past 2 years. So I recently broke up with him in July of this year, and I'm currently pregnant with our second child. Well, once we broke up, 30 days after that, well, really less than 30 days, he married the new supply. And I wasn't shocked. It was like I wasn't shocked, but I was shocked because, it was just a shocker. But my thing is, how do I go from just not thinking about him so much, and how do I get to the point to where I don't have these like up and down emotions? I just want to get to a point to where the failed relationship doesn't faze me. And also, while we were together, he helped with our daughter. However, now that we're broken up, he doesn't help. And again, that's not a surprise either because every time we broke up, he stopped helping. So
How does she get through this?
So I'm gonna keep it hot. It sounded like she was the new supply.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It just sounded like he was already in a committed relationship with somebody else simultaneously. It sounded like he was living a double life. Because can I find somebody that marry me in 30 days or less? There's TV shows out there for that. I can do that. I can go TV. It's like, look, 30 days or less, get me married. Can I do that? Absolutely yes. But it just sounded like this person, whoever he was dealing with, they've already been dealing with each other. You know what I mean? It also sounds like in this situation that she might have actually knew what he had going on. This is my guess. The new supply, other person or whatever, already knew what he had going on. I got a baby on the way. Well, I'm leaving you. Got another baby on the way. I'll marry you right now. And then they get married because of that. I just feel like this is one of those forced marriages to keep this other person from leaving him alone. Because think about it. I got 2 kids by you. You have to deal with me. This other person, I don't got shit with her. She don't have to deal with me at all. So guess what? I'm gonna lock her up. I'm gonna marry. I gotta marry her. I can't put a baby in her in 30 days. I can, but But there's a while for that to show up. It also doesn't mean it's gonna stick. What does stick is that it's gonna get married real quick. It's gonna get married. That makes it stick. So now he got 2 people trapped. I can trap 2. Dual trapping. You pregnant with number 2. He married somebody else. So in this space right here, it's just like that. To me, I would take a step back. Francis, yeah, me and Francis. I'd be thankful with no contact, hard to co-parent. Almost about, yeah, it's gonna be super hard right here. But it just shows you that says it's way less about you than it does about him. And it's tough to think about because you had 2 kids. I don't know if she said she was pregnant right now. So you got a little while to think about that. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be easy. You're not gonna forget him tomorrow when you in the labor room pushing, or if you get a epidural and whatever. Like, yeah, it's gonna be hard not to think about this person. I just feel like that shouldn't be the focus. The focus shouldn't be not thinking about them because your kids might look like them. I feel like the more you try not to think about them, the more like your kid, it shapes your kid's face to look just like them. So in this space right here, give yourself some space and some grace. Like now, like you have the freedom. Like of course, go talk to the courts about it with his financial support and stuff like that. Because they can use that as leverage. I have a video going up tomorrow about that, how narcissistic people use the kids as leverage. Like, if you don't, I want to be in your life on my terms, blah, blah, blah. So in this space right here, it's probably going to take a while for you to get past this point. I'm not going to say you won't stop thinking about him, but you will stop thinking about him in the same way. Just give it time. Like, you're not gonna stop thinking about him because you're like, again, you got 2 kids by him. It's impossible not to think about this person. But it's not impossible to stop thinking about the person in a romantic light, in a relationship light, in a loving light. Like, I want to be with this person. That's not impossible. So now, if you're still pregnant right now, throughout the rest of this pregnancy, we're working on you. We're working on me. We're working on self-love and gratification and things of that nature. Because, like, the fact that she said, I'm not surprised he did this, it sounded like she might have also knew that he had somebody else going on. I don't know if there was some competition going on here. Like, I got the babies by him. Like, yo, y'all, y'all.
The rest of her story, she was just going to talk about um, how he used to help her with the kids too. But
Yep.
once he, was out,
Yeah.
married, wants nothing to do with the kids, and this kind of goes into our next message. So I thought I'd save that question for this one. There we go.
Okay.
My question is, I kicked my narcissist out in April. Since April, we've gotten along sort of okay. We do have children together. He was all right at first, but now there's a new supply. He hasn't told me about the new supply, but I know about her. Since then, he's very angry with me. He doesn't call to check on the kids. So my question is, when they get a new supply, do they automatically just forget they have kids and just decide, well, I'm going to treat the mother of my children like crap to please the new supply? And are they really changing for the new supply? He says that he's happy, but he keeps bringing up the breakup, but also has a new supply. And that's what I said. Well, if you're happy, you have a new girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, then why are you so angry towards me? So that was my question. When they get the new supply, do they automatically just decide they don't even want their children as well? That was my question.
So, for me, do they get the new supply and automatically forget that they have children? No. It really actually depends on, like, this is, again, y'all, do not take this as disrespect. It actually depends on the quality of the new supply. Because you have to be a fucked up person to just like, oh, I don't take care of my kids, but I want to be with you. Something's wrong with you too. You know what I mean? This is not just the narcissist. Something's going on with you too. Just like, oh, just so you know, I discarded my kids to be in this relationship with you. There's something going on with you too. There's not just the narcissist. Like, in your mind, if a person has kids and they tell you, they look you directly into your face, it's just like, hey, look, I love you. I love you so fucking much that I'm never going to talk to my kids again because of you. What the fuck? Yo, wake. I have a soft spot for kids, y'all. Wake the fuck up. Like, seriously. In this space right here, if somebody's telling you that they do not take care of their kids and you want them more, that's weird. That's fucked up.
That's super red flaggy right there.
It's red flaggy with you. You said it's a red flag that I'm saying it, but it's also a red flag that you're receiving it well. So if I'm saying it, I'm speaking through the red flag and you're hearing it through it. So it's just like, I'm speaking evil and you're accepting it through your ears. You see what I'm saying? Just like, there's something wrong with that person too. So no, not all narcissistic people discard their kids when they find a new supply, unless the new supply is a weirdo as well that just doesn't want them to have the kids around. That's fucked up. Being realistic. The new supply is of it's a less quality person. It's like, hey, get rid of your kids and we can be together. What? I was motherfucker would tell me just like, hey Lee, I love you so much, but like, gotta get rid of your kids. I'll be dip out. Like, no. Oh, you want me but not my kids? It's not a package deal, separate? Okay, cool. I'll separate it. No. Not all narcissistic people do that, y'all, but the ones who do it are weirdo, pathetic people. Let's keep it hot. You know what I mean? They are not good people. And in this space, he feels like if he hides the new supply, then it's plausible deniability. I never told you I had somebody else, so why would you believe anything else? You know what I mean? If I don't tell you about it, some narcissists hide the new supply. Some of them do hide them. Some narcissists absolutely hide the new supply. They don't want you to know. They don't want you to know because if I hide them, then that keeps you here. That keeps the door open for me to come back to you. Because I know if I tell you, hey, I got a new boo, you might leave me alone. You might not leave me alone, but you might leave me alone. Because, hey, look, I got a new boo, and I'm so happy with her. I'm treating her the best. I treat her way better than I treat you. You probably not going to come back to me. You might, but chances are you probably won't come back to me. So no, not all narcissistic people are going to discard their kids because they find a new supply. It really just depends on the new supply and what they're willing to accept. Like if I discard my kids and you accept me, then you are also a fucked up person. You mean I don't want your kids. Just leave them with your ex. No. No, they don't. Yeah, if they're willing to discard their kids, no, they're not changing. They're getting worse. No. Can they feign happiness? Yeah, they can feign happiness. I can be right here with about to throw myself out the window on the 15th floor of my office building, and I can just smile for a picture. I can just like this, like I'm gonna smile for this self. If I jump out this window real quick, I mean, I can do that. What you see is not always true, y'all. It's always the optics. It's always the optics. Narcissistic people are super concerned about the optics and how shit looks, y'all. Seriously, they worry about how things look. They worry about how people perceive them, how things are looking right now. That's how it goes, though, y'all. It's just like they're not getting, if they discard their kids, they are not getting better. How? Explain that right there, y'all. That is not a question for me. That's a question for you. If you're asking that question, like, hey, Lee, are they changing and being a better person after they discard their kids? Finish the sentence. After they discard their kids? No, they're horrible people. They are. So be blessed. It's not on you, y'all. I mean, it's not on you to try to change a person to make them take care of their kids. Like, oh, he got a new supply. He don't want to be there for his kids. You know, no, that's not on you right there. You can't make somebody be a good parent. You mean? But I saw somebody, but he's a good stepfather. Yeah, and those are the worst people on the planet that take care of somebody else's kids. Again, y'all, but again, there's new supplies out there that's what they look for. I don't give a fuck how you treat your other children, how you treat your biological. Just treat mine well, and I'll give you some cheeks.
Yeah, so this is another an interesting question. I'm curious what you're going to say about this. Here we go.
This woman that I was with, I believe that she was a covert narcissist, and she told me that when she was in her early 20s, when she became sexually active, she believes that she became possessed by the devil. She would see demons. She actually joined a group of people at her church that were involved with exorcism. You know, she claimed that she thought she was possessed by the devil and that devils were following her and so on. But I haven't been able to get too much good information on, narcissists, whether they believe that there are demons like following them or other people or evil spirits. I just know it was just way more pronounced in her than anything I had seen in anybody else. Yeah, so I'd really like to hear your thoughts about that.
Y'all, if y'all couldn't see this, I know it's backwards in the camera. This just says cult.
I know it's right. It looks right, I think.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yay. Cult. That is a cult, y'all. That is super culty right there. You see what I'm saying? It could be culty or it could be just a pathological liar that's putting it on the church. They're putting the demons in her pants or biblical. You see what I'm saying? You know, I didn't want to sleep with him. It's just like, I don't know what came over me. It was like, I just felt like I was at the bar and we were talking, and of course the wine was flowing, and so a spirit came over me and just floated back to his apartment. You know, just like I floated genitals first into his apartment. No, that doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, y'all. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh my God, that image in my head.
No, that that doesn't really happen, y'all. But they would say so. Cults are real, y'all. Like people are getting involved in these cultish situations, and like and this is like a lot of times, y'all. I tell people that's how to describe relationships with narcissists. It's like damn near being in a cult. It really, really is. Like the narcissist is the cult leader, but sometimes the narcissist who is your cult leader has a cult leader of their own. So it just sounds like, oh, they were big into the church and got sexually active at 20 and they were doing all this other stuff. And that sounds like part of a cult right there. You know, the Church of Satan, a lot of people would describe that as a cult, yes.
Mm.
Just in that space like there. You know, and sometimes, yeah, there are demons in people's pants. You know what I'm saying? Just like you gotta pray them away. You know,
Clapping cheeks.
the only way to get rid of some demons in somebody's pants is to just kneel down in front of them and pray. You know, head first. Um, but in those spaces right there, y'all. But like, do some narcissists actually believe that? Yes, but you get. This is gonna sound weird, y'all. But a lot of narcissists are absolutely easily susceptible to manipulation because narcissistic people think that they are smarter than everybody else in the room. They think they're better than a lot of people, so they're easy to manipulate. It's like, oh, I don't think that way. That doesn't make sense. They are easy. They're so smart. They're dumb. You know what I mean? They're so smart. Like, no, I'm not being manipulated. This is my choice right here to be in this church right here. Where I gotta give. I know everybody else's church tithes 10%. We do. We only take home 10%. We give 90. You know what I'm saying? This is how our church does because we're more blessed. You know what I mean? They think they're so smart that they're dumb. Some of them are absolutely easy to manipulate. And like your mind is shaped in childhood. So if you're a victim of trauma, you do become easy to manipulate. Y'all, there's some big time cults going on in real life right now. We don't gonna get into that, but like there are some big time cults where you have a hive mind or nobody. Some certain people can do no wrong in situations like that. But yeah, yeah, but yeah. So do some narcissists believe in cults? Yeah, and some narcissistic people are part of them. Sometimes the narcissist family is actually like a little small cult, or the mother or the father is the cult leader, and everybody else is like a servant of the cult, a member.
All right, here's another.
Hey, I did everything for this girl. She just stumped all over me, man. It went on for like 5 years, back and forth, me going back and forth. I thought I could change her, but it didn't happen like that. I do watch you a lot, but the girl didn't have anything, man, and she didn't care how I felt or anything. Yeah, it was really a painful thing because I figured I ain't never bought nobody a ring or nothing like that. And I ended up doing that. She used to take it off all the time, like really disrespectful.
So what does that mean when she's taking the ring off all the time?
Oh, this just showed that becomes an open threat right there.
Mm.
That becomes an open threat because like a female narcissistic person would do that. It's just like, you talking shit? They just start sliding it all real slow. When the ring comes off, the legs come open. You know they're right. Okay, act right then. You know what I'm saying? They use it as that's a form of manipulation right there. Because if you love and care about a person, if you're trauma bonded to a person, you don't want to see them take that ring off because they can make you react. You know what I mean? You get the female narcissistic person or whoever gets proposed to. You don't have to be a female, y'all. Whoever gets proposed, the person who's proposed to, the person who's wearing the ring before the marriage. If you get proposed to, you can taking that ring off is a symbol of it's like I'm free. We're breaking up. This is over and done with. And a lot of people don't want that ring to come off. It can drive you crazy, and that becomes an open threat. If it works every time. If I take this ring off, or I do take it off, I'll leave it on the counter or something like that. That's to send a message to you, especially if I keep coming back and put it on. If I put it on, I'm happy. If I take it off, I'm sad. So I can just leave it on the nightstand. Yeah, he did sound super broken. That sucked. Like, yeah, that does suck. But it's like you get into that space right there. So you do get people who take their rings off to manipulate you, to try to hurt your feelings, to make you feel like you're not doing enough for them, like you're not worthy of me being married to you. So I'm going to take this shit off. This and absolutely, it is your fault. This is you brought this upon yourself. You know what I mean? So they do that all the time, y'all. So, but like I said, taking it off or the other end of it, threatening to take it from you is also a form of manipulation. If you're engaged to a narcissistic person, they keep threatening to take the ring from you. That's the same thing. Oh, you're not acting right? You're not gonna forgive me? Give me the fucking ring back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
So this is a double. Oh,
my mom did it to my dad, and I just and see your mom did it to your dad, and there's a reason you're in the chat. Then, Catherine, you see how that you see how that trickle? You see the trickle down? Do you see it pouring? Do you see it pouring into you? You see what I'm saying? Your mom did it to your dad. That's fucked up.
this next question. It's kind of an update. So she had sent in this last week, and we weren't able to get to. So I'm going to play her first message.
Okay.
So we're going to keep following this, I think, for a while. So here we go.
Okay.
I'm a recovered narc, and I thought I was in a relationship with a beep, right? A person with borderline personality disorder. Turns out she's also got narcissistic traits. We have a baby together, and she thinks she's going to get out of paying child support, even though she's the father. The state won't let her. So I'm probably going to trick her into signing over, like, either her rights to the child or the rights to my net worth, and just keep all my money. And then after she signs that paperwork, then she'll find out, oh, I have to pay child support. So this is all going to work out for the best in the end, but just cheer me on.
So we got that message last week, and now, yeah, you got something to say before I play the next?
Now it's just like, well, I want to cheer, but I'm just like, should I? I'm just like,
Oh no.
if I'm a cheerleader, I got my pom poms at my side. I was just like, do I give you an A? You know, give me an A. Do I give that to you right now? Just like,
Say to be continued. So so let's see. So we just got this message from her last day or two.
Hey there, this is Unity, aka Erie. I'm a recovered narc, and my partner is a beep, a borderline, who has narc traits. And I wanted to tell you, no, you're probably not going to like this, but we're getting back together. And we're going to try to make it work for the kids. And go to couples therapy. You know how well that works. But I'm giving it one last hoorah. And this time, if anything goes wrong, I'll be gathering evidence. But wish me luck. See you on the next stream.
if is Unity in the room with us? You know,
I think so.
Unity. I'm rooting. Hey, just so seriously. So beep. I've never heard. This is the funny part right here. When she said I'm with a beep, I knew she was talking about a borderline person. I was just like, I was like, oh, are you talking about someone with borderline? When you said beep, I was like, BPD, borderline personality. Is it? I've never heard it called that before, but I feel like that's gonna be the new slur that people use for borderline people. It's like you just started a slur, so you know the B word. You just started the B word, the beep. You gathering evidence. So for me personally, it does seem like this is intel. I feel like you've been gathering intel because just from that message, it sounds like you don't trust it. You know, we're gonna try for the kids. Y'all, if you're gonna try for the kids, you have to try for yourself because staying together for the kids, being with the stand for the can't talk straight, y'all. My breath. Staying together for the kids typically ends up hurting the children if you're not happy together. You see what I'm saying? Staying together for the kids, you have to stay together for yourself, because sometimes it's better apart than it is together if you're trying to raise kids together, because it has to be for you. Remove the kids. If you remove the kids, will you still be together? Would you still be trying? You see what I'm saying? If you remove the children, would you still be trying to make this work? Would you still be trying to stay together? Typically, the answer is going to be no. So you have to do it for you. I mean, anybody that's a narcissist recovering, that's trying to work on themselves, I automatically root for you because I know if I were to say that on the live stream when I first got started, people would say the same thing about me. I root for you, but healing. You don't have to heal out. You don't have to heal out loud. You can heal. You can work on you because it's tough. It's tough healing in the public. It's tough working on yourself in the public eye because it can be dangerous as hell because your evidence might end up getting you sent up here to the Almighty. You might get to meet God face to face. You just be careful. You mean just be careful. Be safe, y'all, and whatnot. And like somebody said, can we still call in? We are like the voicemails are for like you can call in, but it'd be better suited for next week's show. You mean you can
Yes, please
call in.
call in, you guys. I love the voicemails, so I try to get to as many of those as possible. So send in those voicemails, and we'll if you don't hear from on the next show, I'll try to get it for the next show. Some of these are from
Yeah.
past last week, so please send them in.
Yeah. You see how Jessica, I mean, she listened to the last one and put it together. She's like, oh, the same person. So we are listening to him, y'all. You know what I mean? We are listening to him and whatever in these spaces. So yeah, we are listening to him. So yeah, send the voicemails, and the voicemail number is scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now, so you can send it in. What is it? What's a recovered narc? I don't. So people will consider me a recovered narcissist. People always when people tag me and stuff, they like, oh, recovered narcissist. Like I'm not recovered. I'm just working on me. You know what I mean? I'm working on me. And my therapist even said that. She's like, yeah, you're not recovered because like recovered, you wouldn't be here. You're working on you. You're recovering. But there's not like you don't. The end is not in sight. Pretty much. So yeah.
So
This
I
last one.
I have a positive. Yeah, or we have a couple more, but maybe two more.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so here's one I'd like to share with you, Lee.
I just want to call in and say how much you've helped me. And recently I stumbled across your website, and wow, you're a rock star, man. And you are so necessary. I learned more from your channel than all the people that had ex-partners that were ranting about narcissists. Yeah, you are so necessary and viable, and I just bless you for being out there every day on your videos. You really saved me, dodged a bullet, and maybe a few others in my future. Nothing better than a recovered narcissist as far as I'm concerned, but definitely nothing more difficult than an unhealed one. So yeah, I just want to say thank you so much. Okay, take care. My name is Deanne, by the way. All right, bye-bye.
Yay. I love it. I love it, y'all. I love it. The goal is to change people's perspective and to help people wake up. You said, didn't I just say I was like people consider me a recovered narcissist? I'm recovering. I'm working on me. See, but thank you for sending it in, y'all. Like we take good voicemails too. You don't have to send in and tell a story. You can just say, hey, look, hey Lee, hey Jessica, thank you so much. Love the show, appreciate it. You don't have to just call in and you don't have to trauma dump. You can love dump too. We take love dumps. Yeah.
And here's a question somebody has for you is for a recommendation.
Okay.
I would like to know if you can recommend a psychotherapist. I trust you that your concern is for everyone who wants to get help. Leave that part to me to continue to try and help this person. What I want is for them to be able to take the test, to know that they have the narcissistic tendencies or that they definitely are a narcissist, and a psychotherapist that they can go to. They live in Rocky Mount, North Carolina, and they work in Raleigh, North Carolina. So they are right there where you are. I would definitely appreciate if you could help in this way, and maybe at some point we'll do a one-on-one, because I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep making an effort to put the information out there and encourage the support. This person is 60 years old, and if it's going to be something that's going to get worse.
Yeah. I was just like, when I was listening to it, I was just like, Well, I can only say something if you're in North Carolina. She's like, oh, you're Rocky Mount. Like, God damn it. So, but whoever you are, you have to, so you have to, I talked to my therapist about that. You have to email me directly. You see what I'm saying? If you email me directly, I can talk to you about my own the personal psychotherapist that I see because she's in Greensboro, North Carolina, and you have to, the person has to reach out on their own. You can't do it for them. You can't just say, "Hey, look, I want you to. Hey, look, I need you to talk to my friend or my partner or my husband or my girlfriend. I need you to. I want you to talk to them." You can't do that because she won't. That doesn't work, and she knows that doesn't work because that person has to do it on their own. They have to be willing to work on their own. So I can only refer people in North Carolina. Maybe South. I don't know if she does South Carolina, but North Carolina. I can only refer people in North Carolina. So if y'all in the North Carolina area, and I gotta pass my personal test too, though. I don't just give my therapist information out like that. This is my therapist. It's mine. I'm selfish. Look, I'm selfish. It's mine. But like seriously, email me directly at mentalhealness85 or man, you can send it to this email too. This is easier. Dear mentalhealness@gmail.com. Shoot it to me. You know what I mean? I have to talk to them first. Like I said, I just can't just like, hey, they have to do it on their own. So they need to reach out to me directly because like they have to put the effort in to be willing to work on themselves before I can do that. I don't want to waste my therapist time. And I don't want to just
So yeah, I think that's it. I have my favorite video of the week I'd like to play.
Favorite video of the week. Somebody asked that earlier. Somebody put a question in it. They're like, no, Jessica's favorite video. I was like, I missed a comment. Someone comments. Yeah.
Yes, I got my favorite video of the week. Okay, here we go.
So we had a rough first date, but here's the second date. Do you have any kids? Oh yeah. I got a bunch of kids, but they don't like me. They don't like you? The kids or the other parent? Yes. 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 Okay. So where do you work at now? I got plenty of jobs, but right now I'm a rapper. A rapper? Do you have a mixtape that I can listen to? Are you any good? Mixtape? What are you talking about? I'm a seasonal rapper at Target right now. And yes, I'm very good. A seasonal rapper? Like, what do you do in the off season? Well, in the off season, I'm an entrepreneur. I do a little bit of everything. I dabble. You dabble, huh? Like, so do you make any money doing this entrepreneurial stuff? The money is not important. It's chasing the dream. Chasing the dream, huh? Will you marry me? Yes.
All right, I found that one and it cracked me up.
Oh, rapper, a seasonal rapper at
Target.
You know why I thought of that? Because I do a lot of homophones on my other TikTok. I used to do like grammar corrections and stuff like that, and homophones were words that sound similar but spelled differently. And I was saying rapper, I was like rapper, rapper, and I just like okay, I got to do a red flag skit. So yeah, a seasonal rapper. What did I say? Best Buy or Target? Where was it at?
Yeah, Target.
Target. I didn't work at Target. I wouldn't even work at there. I work at Circuit. I'm old. I worked at Circuit City. Circuit City is red, so I thought about Target. But yeah, y'all. So the red flag video. This is Jessica's favorite video, y'all. A rapper at Target. Y'all, it's rapper. WRAPPER. Rapper. Not like a not like Lil Wayne. You know.
I like how you add at the end though. You're like, yeah, that too. The music, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Also,
yeah, that.
Also, yes, I do that too. Yeah, I can rap too. Just in that space right there. Yeah. So those videos are off the cuff, y'all. So like seriously, I'll have an idea and I'll just record it. So so
all I got for you. Yeah.
So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in this week right here, y'all. So if y'all do not know, I have a special release coming out here. It'll probably be out next week. So next week, it's gonna be the release of my children's book. Me and my wife teamed up and wrote a children's book dedicated to children that are growing up in toxic households that come from lack of resources and things like that. how children to just to help children to get away from the blame and stuff like that. This is the cover up. I'm gonna share it real quick, y'all. It's called "Remember, It's Not Your Fault," and this is the little boy right here. This is, it looks like my son a little bit, doesn't he? So it's written by my wife and myself. My wife's name goes first. Y'all see it? Look. I'm a narcissist, but my wife goes first. Y'all see that? How that works? But she put a lot of effort and time into this as well. Y'all her my sister-in-law, her sister, designing illustrations for it. Remember, it's not your fault. It's coming soon. So if y'all are not members of my newsletter, join the newsletter, y'all. So the link is the link. I'm gonna put the link for my newsletter in the comment section so y'all can check it out. Join the newsletter for more information about that coming up and other things like that as well, y'all. Next week's show is coming up too. We're doing a giveaway too, so join the newsletter. We're going to give away a red flag. We're giving away a sign. If you want to sign, you can get a signed red flag, and also I'm giving away a signed self-love journal too. My self-love journal. If y'all do not know, my self-love journal is available on Amazon. Lee Hammock, I Love Me, a self-love journal. We're giving away one of those as well. So join the newsletter. We're going to do a live drawing. We'll probably do it next week.
Yeah,
No.
we could try to do it next week.
We'll do a live drawing next week for the red flag, and then a separate live drawing for the journal as well. So to be 2 giveaways next week, for a red flag and also a journal as well. So make sure y'all subscribe to the newsletter. I put the link in the comment section the comment section of the actual live and whatnot. So check that out. Join the newsletter for other stuff we have coming up as well. Some in-person meetups, some workshops, online stuff coming up. The show is growing. God.
Oh. So he just got his device just disconnected. He'll be right
did
back.
it.
There we go.
Fuck.
We
It did
We
it.
just talked
I
about
knew
it.
it. I knew it was gonna do it. I knew
You're
it. I
back.
knew
You're
it. I
back.
knew it.
You called it tonight.
I knew it.
It was like
I got overzealous. I called it. I said it's gonna happen. I said it's gonna happen. I said it's gonna happen. Sorry, y'all. Not my these MacBooks.
little
They do
technical
it.
difficulty.
Yes, they
Let's
do
see
it.
it.
Come on, camera. It's
We'll
not
do
coming on. It's just
do
not
it.
gonna come back on.
We're back. Narcissistic robot resetting and rewinding. I'm back.
All right. Oh, your camera's not back.
I'm still not back. I don't. There you go.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. I knew it was gonna happen. The red flag knocked it out too. That's weird. So the red flag knocked it out. Are you finally coming to ATL? So about Atlanta. So I'll be in Atlanta in November, probably, y'all. I have somebody just invited me to be on their podcast in Atlanta in the middle of November. So I'll be in Atlanta in November. So I'm probably gonna try to do a workshop meetup down there while I'm down there. Just don't want to just drive 5 hours to do an hour podcast and drive back home. So I'll be doing something else. So yeah, y'all. Shout out to Jessica. Make sure y'all follow Jessica everywhere. If she wants to drop her links in here. Y'all see her name, Jessica Montez. But she has a lot of stuff going on here. Baby Jessica.
On my YouTube channel, you can hear some updates. But yeah, I produce a few shows here on YouTube, and this is my favorite at the moment.
This is her right here. I'm putting in the comment section, y'all. Check out Baby Jessica. Baby Jessica Montez everywhere. New York City's coming soon. Well, I just got a message about New York City, so that's coming too. I'll be in LA coming soon. Y'all, big things coming soon. Subscribe to the news. Y'all know all this if you subscribe to the newsletter. I promise you. All this will be out in open, y'all. So next week's show is about no contact. Going no contact. Staying no contact. How do you get to no contact? How did you get there? If you want to send in a story about no contact for story time, you know the email, wavingtheredflagshow@gmail.com, or voicemail time. You can send in your no contact story below. I just posted a no contact video on my YouTube channel about what happens when you want to reach out. Jessica said she's going to watch it as soon as she hops off of here.
I made a mistake. I mean, I understand what you guys are going through. Those trauma bond's a real thing, and I got drunk and.
Oh, say I didn't see that. I didn't even put that in the video. Alcohol and no contact do not mix. Do not chase your no contact with alcohol. That does not mix. It does not go down well.
It's
It burns.
yeah,
It burns. But don't look, seriously, don't beat yourself up.
I liked him when
Everybody,
he said on the video to jump back on the no contact wagon. That's what I got to do.
yeah, jump back on. Sometimes,
Yeah.
like, sometimes, look, sometimes the horse that's pulling the wagon, that something be rough. You know, it just you get you get thrown off. It bucks you off.
It's crazy. This is something I would never ever take back. Never give another. Never.
Yeah, and it's wild, though, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
wild. It is wild right there.
It's no
How
sense.
it's you don't even want the person anymore,
Yeah.
but it's just something just bubbling. I promise you, watch the video today. It'll help you out. But seriously, y'all, no contact this next week. The email is below. I think we got like four. I got 4 emails. Y'all were sending the voicemails during the show. So I'm gonna go through and listen to some of these voicemails. Y'all might see your voicemail might be in the video. Tomorrow is voicemail day on my YouTube channel anyway, so you might get a voicemail anyway. Them drunken texts, yes, yep. So I'm just telling you, drunk texts, drunk calls, they be waiting for you. Sometimes, y'all, if you are no contact and you get alcohol delivered to your house, don't take it. You ain't just like, oh, who left this Hennessy on my porch? Don't drink it. Oh, Hennessy, my favorite. You know, don't do it, y'all. Don't drink it. Yo. Yeah.
Boy. The struggle is real.
It is though. But don't beat yourself up there, y'all. We like I said, get back on the wagon, just start riding again.
Yep.
Seriously.
Back on.
in jail, shit. Okay, but y'all, seriously, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to this week's episode, y'all. Seriously, thank y'all so much. Truly appreciate y'all. You know, tune in next week. Make sure y'all keep liking, sharing, subscribing, and all the other good stuff, y'all. Tune in next week. Join the newsletter again, y'all. And we are out. See y'all next week. Peace. Waving the red flag with your favorite self-aware narcissist, Lee Hammock.